Today I'm going to talk about the importance of making or creating a plan. Do you have a business plan? If you're in business, you really do need one. You know, as a scuba diver, one of my basic rules, and the rule for all certified scuba divers, is plan your dive and dive your plan. Now, scuba diving is probably my favorite hobby, and it's also a water sport. I enjoy it because it's peaceful, it's relaxing. You know, when you're in the water, it's like being in a anti-gravity situation. You can just float and hover over the reef and watch the sea life going about whatever they do all day long. And it's a way to meditate and get away from the busy world and just kind of let your mind wander. But you have to know what you're doing before you go into that water. And you have to know that before you get there. So you plan ahead. You look at what kind of water you're going to be diving in. If you go to a rock quarry, you've got walls all around. So all you have to do really to find out where you're at, if you lose track of where you might be, is to surface. Take a look around and you can see where you are. But if you're in the ocean, and it's a little different. You've got currents there. You might have a current that drags you, pushes you along the shore, and it could push you miles away from where you go into the water. But also, you could have a current that drags you away from the shore and out to sea. And if that happens, you got problems. So you have to know these things. You have to figure out what direction you're going to go after you enter the water. If you've got a current, you want to go up current. You want to go against the current to begin with, to either keep you near to where you go into the water, or up from, or a distance from the water, from where your entry location is, so that as you get ready to come out of the water, you just have to float along with the current to get back to where you went in at, so you can get back to your vehicle or whatever is waiting for you. So if you don't plan ahead, you can very quickly be in trouble. Another thing to consider is nitrogen intake. Your body, as you descend into the water, absorbs nitrogen, and that tends to form bubbles within your system. Now, the deeper you go, the more water pressure increases, and as that water pressure increases, it holds those bubbles in. Well, as you come back up towards the surface, that decreasing water pressure starts to allow those bubbles to exit your body, and they want to get out of there pretty quick. If they get out, if those bubbles escape your body too fast, then you face the situation where you might get what we call the bends. And there's no diver that really wants to experience that condition. So you have to plan for that. And that means the longer you stay underwater, the more nitrogen your body absorbs. So you have to know how long you're there. So as you come up, you give your body time to exhaust those bubbles slowly enough that it won't cause you problems once you do reach the surface, or as you get shallower in the water. Well, business is much the same way. You have to create a business plan. You have to look at the future of your business before you start that business, and you have to map out where you want to go with that business. You have to create that plan so you have a guide to lead you along your path towards that result that you want to see. And you can look at your plan, and you can see right at the end of that plan that it shows you where you want to be when you get there. And so you create your plan, and you follow your plan along towards that result. But it's a little different in business because we don't excuse me just a moment here. I forgot to plug in and my batteries were going dead. We don't create multiple plans in business like we do in scuba diving. We normally create one plan to go through to carry the business to where we want it to go. You could, I guess, create multiple plans. You know, you could set up benchmarks along the way, and you could make a single plan to go from to the first benchmark, and then from there another plan to go to the next benchmark, and so on. But normally we create one plan to take us to that end where we want to be. We have to make our plans adjustable. As you travel along your path, your business path, you're going to encounter roadblocks. You're going to have problems along the way, and you've got to be able to figure out what you're going to do to not allow those problems or roadblocks to stop you. So as you create your plan, you look ahead and you try to envision what those roadblocks might be that cause you difficulties along the way, and you determine at that time what kind of actions you need to take to neutralize those problems and those roadblocks, so they maybe slow you down, but they don't stop you. You can still continue on your way. You just fix them and go on, and keep on going. That way, we're prepared, and the plan shows us as we come to each difficulty along the way. The plan, we just look at the plan and it shows us what to do, pretty much, and we do it, and we head on our path, like I said, and that's pretty much the way you need to think when you get ready to start your business, or if you've already started your business and you don't have a plan, you need to make a plan. Sit down and take the time to create your plan so that you can see as you go along what you need to do next. It's a guide. It's simple. It's a roadmap. And you're going to walk a path. You might as well walk it smoothly. So, thing to keep in mind as you try to build your business is you have to, before you start, you have to plan your success and then succeed with your plan. Have a great day.